Okay, we will now call our meeting to order, and we'll begin with a moment. Let's all stand and say our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next item is the approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the agenda with the deletion of item number 15, tax department matters.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Taylor,
See, Kedra is on.
Yeah,
but I
Dr.
don't
Whitaker is
know
on.
that-
Yes, thank you.
Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear you all okay.
Thank you. Just want to make sure. All right. Next item is the consent agenda. Got to get a motion for approval of the consent agenda?
Chairman Martin, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor of approving the consent agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I, Broadnax Taylor.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. All right. Next item is citizen comments.
We gotta go back.
Oh, excuse me. I jumped ahead of myself. Conflict of interest statement.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, in accordance with the rules and procedures adopted by this board and section 1538-44 of the North Carolina General Statutes, it is the duty of every member present to vote on all matters coming before the board, unless there is a conflict of interest as determined by the board or by law. Does any board member have a conflict of interest with respect to the agenda item coming before the board today? If so, please identify the conflict and the board will consider the matter.
No conflict.
No conflict, Mr. Chairman.
No conflict, Broadnax Taylor.
No conflict.
No conflict. Okay, now we'll proceed with the citizens' comments.
Okay, those citizens have signed up. When you're recognized, please approach the podium. Your comments will be limited to 5 minutes maximum. The chair will cut off all speakers exceeding their allotted time. If you have any questions of the board, you'll receive a response from the Board of County staff. The board will not respond or otherwise engage in a dialogue with you during your allotted time. Pursuant to North Carolina law, this time is allotted on the agenda for the purpose of allowing public commentary on county business. This is not an open forum to be publicly critical of the performance of any county commissioner or county employee, and the chair will maintain the order and decorum of the meeting. Mr. Earl Daniels.
How about now? Can you hear me okay now?
No, sir, Mr. Daniels.
I got a blue light, but I don't have a. Good? Testing. 1, 2, 3, good?
Okay,
Okay, again, I apologize to the board for the late fact sheet, but the information I share with you, I only got yesterday afternoon. I will begin, it deals with the tax assessor certification. The Northampton County Tax Assessor was hired on July the 19th, 2021. The Northampton County Department of Revenue 2023 listing of the county tax assessors lists Northampton County's assessor as an acting assessor. North Carolina General Statute 105-294 states, quote, "At its first regular meeting in July of 1983 and every 2 to 4 years thereafter, as appropriate, the Board of County Commissioners of each county shall appoint a county assessor to serve a term of less than 2 years and no more than 4 years, provided," notice this, "provided, however, that no person shall be eligible for initial appointment to a term for more than 2 years unless such person is deemed to be qualified, as provided in subsection B. That pertains to those who served as assessors prior to 1983 or has been certified by the Department of Revenue as provided in subsection C of this section. Subsection 3B3 states, within, quote, "within 2 years of the date of appointment, achievement a passing score of a course of instruction approved by the Department of Revenue." Subsection C certification states, quote, "any person who fails to qualify within 2 years after the date of the initial appointment shall not be eligible for reappointment till all requirements are met." 17, North Carolina AC 10-504, certification requirements for county assessors read, quote, "except for persons deemed to be qualified as county assessors under General Statute 105-294, every person serving as a county assessor after July the 1st, 1983, shall, within 2 years after appointment, achieve a passing grade in the 4 courses listed in paragraph B of this rule, and then achieve a passing grade on a comprehensive examination administered by the Department of Revenue. Persons who do not meet this requirement shall not be eligible for reappointment. The law continues by identifying the courses that must be taken and the requirement to achieve a 70% passing grade of a written examination administered by the Department of Revenue. It has been brought to my attention that the acting assessor did not and has not, within the allotted 2-year period, been certified as a county tax assessor and therefore could not and should not have been reappointed in 2023. Unless the acting tax assessor can show evidence that she was certified within the 2-year limitation prescribed by North Carolina Department of Revenue, one can question the validity and the legality of the decision she made regarding assessment of county properties after July the 20th, 2023. My recommendation to the board is that the Board of Commissioners need to take immediate action to rectify this situation. Thank you.
thank you.
Ms. Sylvia Vincent.
Good afternoon, Northampton County Board of Commissioners and citizens in attendance.
Good afternoon.
I am closely watching the Voltaire community now. There are piles and piles and piles of debris. Some I can't see that I'm sure they are there. They have began to bring in materials to be used, wires, the post. And when they start installing the post, it's going to be a lot of noise. It's going to be pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding. With almost 2,000 acres left, we're going to be listening to that noise for a long, long time. I'm really concerned a lot about the noise that's going to be generated when they start placing the post in the ground. I ask of you to carefully read the draft that has been given you. I don't see it specifically addressing the burning in the community. How are we protected in that ordinance? what is the burn policy in place that I say that the Northampton County Fire Marshal will address the burning issue? If they are required to have a management plan that will address only 50% of that waste, what is going to happen about the other 50%? Are they going to be allowed to just dump it anywhere? I would appreciate it if you would just read it carefully and make sure that the people in our community are covered, as well as all the people in Northampton County who will be confronted with these solar farms. As of now, some more work needs to be done with the county ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, those are all the comments I have.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is the Conway Fire District. We had our presentation at our last meeting, which was the public hearing. Is there any discussion on this fire district? Recommendations before we vote on it? Just want to clarify one thing. The approval of the districts does not approve the rates. The approval of the districts just establishes the districts. The rates are addressed in the approval of the budget. Do I have a motion to approve the Conway Fire District?
I move we approve the Conway Fire District.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I, Broadnax Taylor.
Aye.
Okay. Fire district is approved. Next item is the Severn Fire District. Do we have any discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the Severn Fire District.
I move we approve the Severn Fire District.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor of the Severn Fire District signify by saying aye.
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 I, Broadnax Taylor.
Aye. Motion is carried. We will establish Severn Fire District. Next item up is the proposed budget for fiscal year 25-26. Any discussion on the budget? Do we have a motion to approve it, or are there any things we want to amend?
I would like somebody to show me where EMS is. It's not coming out at me. Emergency Management Services. I see the Sheriff's Department, but I don't see EMS on the proposed budget. I might be just overlooking it.
Excuse me, it's on the first page and it doesn't say EMS, it says ambulance. It's the last item listed, $4.6 million.
Okay.
Are you looking at the budget ordinance?
And it just has ambulance, doesn't have EMS.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, in light of looking at the budget before approval, there's been a lot of conversation, and definitely want to thank Commissioner Broadnax Taylor with bringing Peter back before the board. Been in a lot of conversations about our animal shelter. And just want to make sure that we are doing due diligence and that we can make sure that in the event that we have animals here in Northampton County, that we have a shelter that is adequate. And from my observation, we have what, and Ms. Phillips, correct me if I'm wrong, we can handle approximately 8 to 12 dogs, and that is our maximum capacity.
That's the number of kennels
Yes, sir.
that we have.
Right.
I don't want to say that there's only one per kennel, so I would
Okay.
have to get that number for you.
I'd just like to ask Ms. Phillips that we do, I'm sorry, sir.
The max capacity number.
Right. I believe it's 12, and you're right. I know we can't put like pit bulls in a kennel together, Rottweilers and things of that nature, but just making sure we're doing more diligence because we only have one animal shelter in the county, right now.
That's correct.
You know, at one time, if I'm not mistaken, didn't we get a budget for building a new shelter, and it was
That is correct.
We
extremely
budgeted about
high?
400,000, and I believe when the estimate came back, it was well over $1 million.
Yeah, it was way more than we had thought should be. So we got to go back to the drawing board on that if we want to try to expand our shelter.
Right. And Mr. Phillips, approximately how many officers in attendance do we have right now at the shelter?
I believe there's 2 officers and 1 supervisor.
2 and 1. I'm just bringing that up because I remember when Ms. Rachel appeared before us, I'd asked her to have more conversation about what they did in Halifax County. And I would definitely like us to do our due diligence in researching. I think the gentleman over there has been there 20-plus years, 20 or 25 years, about the things that they put in place. If this board is considering an ordinance, that we do all of our research be done to what can be done effectively. Because we know that Gaston, Rich Square, and several of other townships have an ordinance, and just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Thank you, sir. I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Anyone have anything else? If not, do we have a motion to approve the budget?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the fiscal year 26 budget and finance.
Do we have a second? Do we have a second to approve the budget? If not, do we have issues that we want to discuss further?
I believe, Mr. Chairman, it dies for lack of a second.
That's not the case. No, you do not have to have a second.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else needs to discuss before we vote?
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to be quite transparent and real honest. I was going to be prepared to oppose. I can't, in all honesty, go along with the budget tonight. And to serve the citizens of Northampton County in all transparency and with my whole heart, there's no way I can serve my citizens with this budget.
Okay.
No way.
Is any issues with the fire tax rates? Does anyone want to discuss that?
Guess we've had, how many work sessions?
Hold on, bear with me 1 second.
You have a question? I mean, public comments are passed, but I mean, well, that public comments for that was supposed to be done in public comments, and we also had a public hearing last week. So, I mean, did you have a question, or what do you?
I would love to hear what the priorities of the board are for this budget, and are those priorities incorporated in the budget?
Well, we're not here to discuss those kind of matters right now. Do you want to bring that up, Pete?
I guess, Mr. Chairman, I guess not I guess, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 work sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And just to my colleagues about the budget,
That's correct.
within our work session, with all the discussion that we had. And I know you just mentioned the fire tax, Mr. Chairman, so if there are items that we need to discuss, I believe that this is the time.
Discuss them.
Yes, absolutely. It's no need to, I mean, we've had 4 work sessions.
And Chair Martin, this is Whitaker. And again, I want to echo the same, I guess, the sentiments as Dr. Edwards. I do know that we've had quite a few work sessions around the budget, and so just trying to understand from fellow board members, what questions or excuse me, reservations do we have in regards to it, why we can't, take action on it, because I know we've spent a lot of time and have a lot of extra meetings, and so just kind of want to get more clarity and understanding on what is it that we need to take a closer look at, or what is it that we have reservations about, so we can move forward.
Agreed.
And I echo that, Dr. Whitaker. One of the main things, and when you talk about this budget, when we started this budget, one of the main items we were looking at was more services toward our veterans, with the county having over 1,500 veterans, and I do believe that was addressed in the board. We're adding more veteran services in the form of 2 officers, one serving the eastern end, one serving the western end. The priority was education, looking at education, how we've assisted the schools and Northampton County schools in funding a new facility. Priority also with the component of our volunteer fire departments. In all aspects, we received requests, met with different fire chiefs across the county, met with mayors, and just trying to see what we need to do as a board, where we are can come to a consensus on our budget for the upcoming fiscal year.
Well, if we have no further discussion, we have got a motion, so we can vote on
Oh, yeah, that is
the
correct.
approval. Seeing no further discussion, I will call for a vote. All in favor of approving the budget signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed?
Did you vote, Commissioner Whitaker?
Can you guys hear me now? I think my sound went out. Sorry.
Oh,
Aye.
I was having a sound issue. Thank you.
Okay, 4 in favor and 1 opposed. Motion is carried. The budget is approved.
Mr. Martin, can I ask a question? Does that mean our 7 cents 5 tax is approved?
Yes, since that was not asked to be changed, then that would be approved, yes.
Thank y'all. On behalf of the fire department, we appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Also means that the
Your 5.5 cent is approved, yes. Yes. Mhm.
figures that was presented in the budget, correct?
Yes.
Thank you, and I'd like to say, on behalf of the South Walton Fire Department, thank you, commissioners, thanks to your tax department, land revenue, and all those that helped us get our fire tax. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Ma'am.
I just would like to ask a question, if Ms. Taylor is opposed to this, then I feel like as citizens, we need to know what the problem is, or why should we support the budget. That's going along with it. I feel like we have a right to know.
That's up to her to disclose if she chooses to. Yeah.
I have several reasons in which I'm opposing Ms. Joyner. There's not enough time tonight, left in this night, for me to establish, to let you know why I just have personal feelings about the budget. Number one, tonight it seems like we're having more dialogue about our feelings about the budget than we ever had. Number one, I thought we would come together as a board. To me, we never came together as a board in one substantial place and talked about the needs and what the county really needed. We were hodgepodged all over the place, and we never got together and talked about really what our county needed. We never had a meeting or any kind of meeting to discuss what our districts needed or what our county needed. It was always up here that we talked about. Number two, another thing, a problem I have is there's just a bunch of numbers in this book that doesn't explain to my citizens what those numbers mean. It is not citizen-friendly to read, for people to understand what these numbers mean. Number three, and what's very important to me, I've asked about the audit. We've come out of an audit that was never corrected. I asked about the strategy and the planning of how was the audit that we were going to have, how was that going to be corrected? I've asked that in the same room, how was the audit going to be corrected? And I've never seen a strong house built on a shaky foundation. And I've never received that information. Never. So tell me, how is a strong budget going to be built on a shaky foundation going forth? Never received that. So I have other issues. And moving forward, we've done some other things that I feel like our citizens should have had knowledge of. You know, sometimes when you sit up here in this seat, you know a whole lot of things. And a whole lot of things you can't tell. And sometimes I might know more than what I need to know. And you better trust if I make a decision, it's because I know something. So I've got my reasons why I oppose, but my biggest reason is we've come out of an audit, and if it was corrected, I've never known about it. The commissioners, if the commissioners were told that the audit was corrected, I surely didn't know about it. Maybe other commissioners knew about it, but Melvetta Board Knox Taylor did not know about it. Maybe other people knew about it and I didn't. So it's hard for me to move forward with this, knowing that out there was a budget that was never fixed. And if it was, I didn't get the information or the memo. So I had my reasons. Ms. Joyner. And I'm not trying to be difficult or indifferent, but I had my reasons. And you better believe, if I got my reasons, it's because I love Northampton County. It ain't for no show of fashion.
All right,
You're welcome.
thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, board, for allowing me to speak.
I do believe they have corrected the issues with the audit, and it's been discussed in here on a couple of occasions.
But Chairman, I asked for the information. It was never given to me.
Okay.
You sent an email to me. Okay, maybe I didn't get the email, maybe I didn't understand. But to me, it was never, was it clear to the citizens? Maybe I missed something that the citizens didn't know, that they didn't know. Either way, it wasn't clear to me.
Okay. All right, the next item on the agenda is the Martha Ward proclamation. Yes. Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, ma'am. No, you know.
We're Northampton County, we
Promise not to do that.
don't do that in Northampton.
He's going to come down in a few minutes. I just want to read right now. Okay. Northampton County Board of Commissioners proclamation recognizing the 100th birthday of Martha Ella Jacobs Ward. Whereas longevity of life is a blessing for an individual and for a community which benefits from the knowledge, creativity, and experiences this individual brings to all. Whereas the Northampton County Board of Commissioners recognizes with respect and admiration the contributions of senior citizens to our county. Whereas Martha Ward was born on June the 26, 1925, to Martha Esther Parks and John Matthew Jacobs in the town of Rich Square, North Carolina, located in Northampton County. Whereas Ms. Ward was raised on a flourishing farm in a loving home where her family, moral, spiritual, and educational values were instilled. At an early age, she was baptized and joined the Combo Baptist Church in Rich Square, North Carolina. Mrs. Ward later joined Branches Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, where she remains a faithful member of the church today. Whereas Ms. Ward attended the schools in Northampton County, North Carolina. She graduated from high school in 1944. Whereas Ms. Ward met and married Marvin Lee Ward in 1947. To this union, they have 5 children: Constance, Melvin, Jeanette, Angela, and Anthony. Whereas Ms. Ward was employed as a nanny, an adult caregiver, and a factory worker at a Purdue chicken processing plant. Whereas Ms. Ward continues to enjoy life in her home in Rich Square, North Carolina, where she is blessed to be cared for by her loving family. She cherished the love of her children, the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends. Whereas the United States has the greatest number of contemporaries in the world, and today, Mrs. Ward should be honored for her 100 years on this earth. Now therefore, be it proclaimed that Northampton County Board of Commissioners does hereby honor Mrs. Martha Ella Jacobs Ward, extending its sincere congratulations to her on the event of her 100th birthday, and wishing her long life and prosperity in the days and years to come. This is the 16th day of June 2025. William Ed Martin, Chair, Northampton County Board of Commissioners, attest. Dr. Deborah S. Gatton, Clerk to the Board. One more resolution. One more resolution. Martha, one from Rich Square. She's in Rich Square. Martha Ella Jacobs Ward Day, June 26, 2025. Whereas the Rich Square Board of Commissioners has been informed of the upcoming birthday celebration of Martha Ella Jacobs Ward, honoring 100 years of life filled with family, faith, and community. And whereas Martha was born on June 26, 1925, to Martha Esther Parks Jacobs and John Matthew Jacobs, Rich Square, North Carolina. And whereas Martha and her brothers James Granville and Benjamin Matthew and her sister Elsa Polly enjoyed grandfather Beone Parks' farm, where they grew wheat, corn, cotton, tobacco, and raised chickens, pigs, cows, horses, and goats. And whereas Martha received her high school diploma in 1944 from W.S. Creasy, and whereas Martha married Marvin Lee Ward in 1947 and later gave birth to 2 sons, Melvin and Anthony, and 3 daughters, Constance, Jeanette, and Angela. Whereas Martha worked as a nanny and adult caregiver and later retired from Purdue Chicken Processing Plant, where she worked for many years. And whereas Martha has enjoyed quilting, cooking, gardening, and grass cutting, and seen and survived the Great Depression, World War II, the Civil Rights Movement, and much more. Whereas Martha is the oldest living matriarch of the Jacobs line and will celebrate her 100th birthday on June 26, 2025. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Rich Square Board of Commissioners declare June 26, 2025 to be Martha Ella Jacobs Ward Day in Rich Square, North Carolina, and sends its sincere congratulations and best wishes. Adopted on the 5th day of June, 2025, Victoria Newcomb, Mayor. Thank you. Take a picture.
Yes. Yes. Can the other family?
Gather around.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, okay. Just for formality, we'd like to have a vote to approve that proclamation. Can I have a motion?
I make the motion, we approve the proclamation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I, Brian X. Taylor.
Motion is carried. Thank you. Okay, next item is the summer reading program.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I bring you greetings from the Northampton Memorial Library, and which is part of the Albemarle Regional Library System. We are excited this year. 2025 Summer Reading Program has started. We started our kickoff last Wednesday, June the 11th, with Joy the Clown. It wasn't all about a magic show, but it was a magic show that taught our young people life lessons. Also on that day, we had a delicious lunch that was provided, I should say donated, by Chick-fil-A of Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Community support is very important to us as well. You have in your packet a copy of our summer reading program. Our theme for this summer is Color Our World. And it doesn't mean just to tell our children or teach our children what makes the color red, green, and blue, but to color our world with kindness, love, empathy, and togetherness, because it's needed and it needs to be taught. As you will see on our Color Our World Summer Reading Program, we have provided and designed, and we plan to execute 16 different activities for our community youth, which include 9 paid performances and 7 movie days. If you will come into our library, and I will invite you to please come and see our colorful library and what we have in addition to the activities that I just talked about and that you see on the program. We have a Color Our World coloring activity table. We have a Color Our World with Kindness guessing game throughout the library, in addition to Color Our World with Kindness booklets that each participant that registers receives. So I would like to say, and I would like to invite you all, commissioners, county manager, finance officer, clerk to the board, and our fellow citizens, please come out to our summer reading program and see what we're actually doing this year. We love this thing, Color Our World, because like I said, it's not all about coloring red, yellow, black, green, blue, but color our world with kindness, empathy, and togetherness. So I would like to say, again, on behalf of Northampton Memorial Library, which is part of the Albemarle Regional Library System, thank you, commissioners. Thank you, county manager. Thank you all for your support that you all have given in the past years, and thank you for the support that you're giving to us in the 25-26 fiscal year. Just to briefly just bring you up to speed on some more activities that we are planning. We are a library that's always on the move. We're not just in the library, but you will see us out in the community to community events, because we believe when people support us, we support them as well. And our community is more than just right here at 207 West Jefferson Street. We are also planning our back to school gala, which is going to be on August the 21st. We've already planned for our fall festival, which is going to be on September the 23rd. And we're also planning something for our veterans. I was just talking to Mr. Edwards earlier, and I've already spoken to Mr. Steve Jackson. Our veterans, we do have over 1,500 veterans in this county. And we do something every November for our veterans, which we invite someone to come in and talk about benefits. We invite someone to come in and talk about the service that they have given to our country. So this year we thought what we want to do is do a Comedy Central luncheon. Our veterans live their service every single day, but we want to give them a day where they can relax, sit back, and just have a fun day of laughter with a catered meal. So we do ask your support in that area as well. Again, I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just want to mention something else to you. When people think about the library, you think about books. And this is the first time I've been there. September will be 8 years. The first time I have received a request for Braille books. We're learning that we have citizens in this area, not just hard, a difficult seeing or disability with seeing, but we have children in our area that are blind. So we are now partnering with the State Library of North Carolina to get Braille books sent into our library, and not only into our library, but into the homes of citizens that have a visual disability. So I just want you to know that we are good stewards of the budget money that you budget for Northampton Memorial Library, and I would ask for your continued support. Things are expensive. When we book performers, I'm seeing over the past 3 years that I've been the branch manager that their prices are going up. We're shopping diligently out there for reduced items to give to our kids, giveaways, and anything that we do. But again, I would just like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I would like to say to our citizens, if you have children, there is something for our children right here in Northampton County that's free. It's already been paid, and it's free. And I would like to say also, thank you to Northampton County Schools for getting in contact with Northampton Memorial Library. They are doing Camp Curiosity this year, and it has already started. And they have already contacted Northampton Memorial Library to be a part of our programs that we already have planned. So again, I just want to say, citizens, if you do not have a copy of the summer reading program, please follow us on Facebook at Northampton Memorial Library or Albemarle Regional Library System, or even my personal page. And my last name is spelled P-E-R-N-E-L-L. First name Lily, L-I-L-L-I-E. If you would just drop me an email or just an instant message, just say, I need a copy of the summer reading program. Please share it. I will send it to you. Please share it with your community, especially your children, because our children need something educational and fun to do this summer. Thank you.
Thank you for everything y'all do, and I appreciate the programs y'all put on. I participated in them way back when I was a kid. And I also climbed in the rafters when they were building the library, but we won't tell that part.
At the library, we don't just do for our children, but we make sure we do for all citizens, adults as well. We have something for everybody. So please come out and be a part of Northampton Memorial Library.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is Veterans Advocacy Commission Board appointment. Do we have anyone here? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Stanley Edwards. I'm the chairman of the Northampton County Veterans Advocacy Commission.
Okay.
I'm here today because we have a submission from Mr. Charles W. Yell Sr. to join our group. We've already taken a vote on his membership, and it was a unanimous yes. So I believe we're waiting for the board to take a
confirm.
vote.
Okay. All right. You have that information here in front of you. They approved this person, so it's up to us to confirm them. Do we have a motion to approve this appointment?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the Veterans Advocacy Commission appointee as presented.
I'll second.
All right. Any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I, Broadnax Taylor.
Aye. Motion is carried. Appointment is confirmed. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Next item is solid waste contract for curbside pickup. Okay, you have before you the contract here. Does this need to be voted on tonight?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Just a little summary. This is for GFL. It's been reviewed by the finance officer, myself, and Scott. And as you all recall, GFL won the RFP that went out earlier this year. So we worked on putting the contract together. The pricing in the contract is included in the budget.
Okay, all right. Yeah, for those that don't know, we bid, last year we tried to bid it out, and there were questions that one of the competitors needed answered, and there was not time to do that in time to get it in that year's budget. So we had to extend the contract that was existing. This year, we did take bids, and GFL was the low bidder. So we just need to approve their contract tonight. Does anyone have any questions about the contract? Can I get a motion to approve the contract as presented?
I move we approve the contract as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Taylor.
Aye. Motion is carried. Solid waste contract for curbside pickup is approved. Okay. Next, we have Health Department matters. Megan Vick here? Don't have it, okay. There are no, all right. And tax matters have been removed, so the next item is Finance Department. You have, don't have anything tonight? Okay. All right. County Manager and Board comments. County Manager?
I don't have a whole lot additional comments. I just wanted to let everyone know, you all know that the fiscal 25 audit is officially on the move. So this is the first time since I've been here, this is 3 years that we've started this early. So I'm looking forward to getting the information to the auditors and getting this audit done. We're projecting by September, October timeframe. The audit is due in December. That's the new deadline for the audits by LGC. But we're committed to getting it done early. And basically holding ourselves to the same deadline that they had in the past. And I believe Leslie didn't have anything for tonight, but she'll have something for y'all on next week as we're working on closing out this year-end close. So she's working on those calculations. That's all we have for tonight. And again, I probably don't show it, but I'm excited that we're actually here getting this done and on the move with this audit. Thank you. Also, I know it sounds like a broken record, but I want to thank everyone for coming out and for voicing your opinions and your concerns. We always listen. We always listen. And we are concerned about the things that you're concerned about. And I can only speak for myself, and I think I can say this for the board. When you all speak, we listen because we want to address any issues or concerns for the betterment of this county, period. So thank you all, and y'all be safe.
Okay, we'll now have County Commissioner comments. We'll start with Commissioner Kedra Whitaker on the Zoom.
I'd just like to say good evening to everyone and thanking everyone for coming out on tonight to our citizens. We appreciate your interest, your concerns as it relates to the business of Northampton County government. Want to thank our staff that are here as well. Had an opportunity to participate in the Juneteenth activities that took place in Garysburg. Wonderful, wonderful event, wonderful festivities. Saw several of our county staff that were present as well. As I had an opportunity to hear Ms. Purnell talk about just the awesome things that we have going on at the memorial, at the library. She's always out and about and present, her and her staff. Also, I look at the library as being like a hub of just critical information that citizens are able to get access to as she partners and the library partners with different events. And so we're super excited about that summer reading program. And I plan to stop in and plan to participate as well because reading again is very, very, very important. And so again, echoing some of the sentiments of some of our board members and just wanted to make sure that we are working together. And so we maybe need to take some time to see if we need to have another retreat. I'm not sure, some team building or something to that effect, but definitely want to make sure that we are working together and meeting each other halfway and listening to each other. And again, as it relates to the budget, I do know that we were very intentional about sharing information on the forefront, also adding additional meetings and things of that sort, so that we could get information out and so that citizens would have an opportunity to share thoughts and share concerns. And so again, as you have those concerns, definitely, share them with us. I know I definitely keep an active ear and an active pulse in my community. And when things are asked of me, I make sure that I bring it to either our chair or also to our county manager, and we work to get, the answers or to those questions. And so again, I want to just hope that everyone have a wonderful evening and a safe evening. And thank you, Chair Martin, for allowing me to have some comments.
Thank you. Commissioner Keith Edwards.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I know we talk about the budget and all this is new to me, but it's been a lot of work done, and I know there's still a lot of things to look at to make sure that we stay within our budget. We make sure that if something's not right, we can, we need voices to say, we need to look at this. So, it's a lot. Personally, it is a lot. But it's been a lot of work, a lot of talk among ourselves or meetings that, it's hard to make it perfect, but we can watch each other. We can talk and make sure that we're looking after the best interest of Northampton County. So thank you for your comments. Thank you for bringing up things that that need to be addressed. And it is these, every situation has been acknowledged that I have been to the county with. Can we get it all fixed all at one time? Probably not, but we're gonna work on it. So if you've got comments, please let us know, because we're gonna be here. We've got a good board. We are all interested in Northampton County. I am, and I know these guys are too. So bear with us. This is new, but it's interesting, and we will always take your comments seriously. Thank you, and be safe going back.
Thank you. Commissioner Brown Taylor.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. It's been a busy week. Tuesday, I was in Raleigh. They had advocacy days with the legislator. Could not stay for legislative day because of a funeral, but I was able to attend the steering committee meetings in which I am a member, able to hear that the jail houses, because of lack of mental health centers, are being made, jails are being made mental health centers now because of lack of mental health centers, that the people are using the jails now for mental health care. That's one thing. But Saturday, I just have to just piggyback that on what Commissioner Whitaker said. Had a great time in Garysburg at Juneteenth celebration. Want to make y'all aware that Representative Rodney Pierce is bringing a good speaker on Thursday at 2 o'clock at the Cultural Wellness Center in Jackson. That's in honor of men's health. And that's going to be at 2 o'clock at the Cultural Wellness Center in Jackson. I think at 3 o'clock, we're going to have another Juneteenth celebration up at the Lake Gaston Community Center there. Also, we want to remind the youth that we're going to have some football camps in the area. Got a football camp on Saturday at I think it's a TJ, what is it, TJ Recre?
Davis.
Over in Roanoke Rapids, got a football camp over there that starts at 9 o'clock. Got former NFL player, Mr. Cedric Jones, is doing a football camp. It's free of charge. He's inviting our Northampton County players to come over there, ages from 6 to 11, so that's open. And also, it never fails, the best library in the whole wide world in the United States of this here America is our library in Northampton County, in this United States of the America that I brag on wherever I go. They have the outstanding programs. So thank you, Miss Lily Purnell. Again, thank you all for coming. And a town or a county is no better than the people that live in it. So again, thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Vice Chairman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, thank everyone for coming out. Had just a good echo of what my fellow commissioners have stated. And piggyback, Juneteenth is celebrated on June 19th, which is coming up this Thursday. And had a good conversation with Congressman Don Davis. One of the exciting things that we started a conversation about 4 years ago was bringing a railroad station back to the Roanoke Valley. And that proposed railroad station will be right back in Weldon, North Carolina. Picked up momentum with Mayor Garner, Mr. Richie Harding, and I met with Congressman Davis, and we're following the conversation up with Halifax County, Weldon, and surrounding counties to possibly bring back a railroad station here to the Roanoke Valley. And a big celebration of life, and congratulations to Ms. Ward for being 100 years old. That's awesome. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Just want to let everybody know, we just found out last week, we don't know what we'll get yet, but the governor has released more money for high-speed internet in rural counties. We're one of 26 counties that will be getting some money. But just so everybody understands, that takes time to get and then infrastructure to be built. So we're not going to have high-speed internet next week, but there has been some money released by the governor to 26 of the rural counties that will help with the high-speed internet. Also, we do plan to have a retreat, probably late summer, early fall, to update our long-range plans and short-range plans, so forth, for the county. We just got to try to get still long enough to figure out a time and all that's convenient to all the commissioners. So we're all going to be working on that to update that, because plans constantly change as needs change and money's available and so forth. So we will be looking at that here towards the end of the summer. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and have a safe trip home, drive careful, and thank you. Next on the agenda, we have closed session.
Mr. Chairman, I move, we go into closed session pursuant to General Statute 143, 318, 11A, 6 personnel.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I, Broadnax Sailor.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, all right, motion is carried. We'll go into closed session.